it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA.
Coach, whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go. Let's go.
Red, 60, orange. Here we go, dude. Double time, double time. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 11. This complete to Martin. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Flacco. This is the tight end fan. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going to look to throw. And my good...
the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Drops it off to Martin. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw now on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Check, 47. I know he ain't got it.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now. It's Martin, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Parker, the intended target, and now it's second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run. Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco got a man that's complete to Hamilton. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. To pass, Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flacco from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that.
It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here, and this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Flacco leads to Lindsey on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our halftime report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Melvin Gordon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. A 31-point win, 38-7 the final. Lastly, we head to the City of Angels to check on the Rams at home in LA. And that game level as they take on the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find someone. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs with a former DB, right? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Well, this is caught by Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll drop the throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll try to draw Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. He's got a man, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Martin, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now the pass to Grant, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal in any event.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his on the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ring, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Again, it's Martin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. passing play. Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Flacco, it's caught by Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Flacco, and the pressure gets to him again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big...
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The end result, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
6-man. Check curls, check curls.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
So in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Boys, coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's got to be great.
Got it. Hut, hut. Here we go. Ready, go. Here we go. And hut.
That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me?
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Come on, set. Ready, go. Ready. Ready.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders.
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Caught by Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll look to throw. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Ready.
On second down, Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down now, it's Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down. On third down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
With it is Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know the question will come up. If Antonio Brown is maybe the best receiver in the game, why would you risk him on special teams? I think we just saw why.
I was just going to say Exhibit A. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's airing it out for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 93 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Strip the ball. Strip that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tahir Whitehead gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Third and long for Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will do it for this first half. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. In on the stoppage to hear Whitehead.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it'll bring up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. This is the tight end, Njoku. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Martin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Hunt. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. On second down, it's Hunt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Mayfield on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing, Mayfield, and that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun.
And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now a run with Martin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And a 10th carry here for Martin. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. They're going to look to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
20. Check. Watch 54. Hey, they're scared.
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
180.
Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice kick.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to look deep for Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my...
Hello, everybody.
All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up a throw. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? A toss play. This is Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Mariota now from the 50. And Walker has it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now back to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They run again on first down. Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On third down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
First by him near the 35. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy skirt steak.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. But they have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and 4. Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Mariota throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mariota again. He's got Lewis. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
You know, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded at the 2. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. 1 more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Again, it's Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Martin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Martin. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Coming right, this is Martin on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
I'm coming.
They'll set up a throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it.
Dion Lewis. He's at the 50. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Check, watch 54.
From the 44, Mariota, it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Mariota now. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Wake, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Right there, 54.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw Mariota. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They try again with Lewis. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This will be caught by Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota, and Walker has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll try to pick it up with Lewis. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it.
And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Mariota, and that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they just took a timeout.
with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, very pleased to be with you. And the story, Charles, and the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
first down. It's Williams on the catch. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Check, 47. You ain't going nowhere.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. And Lobo. Check.
They'll run. Martin. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So I'm not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 5-8. Let's make these babies proud. Back home, yo.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is taken at the 15. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Grant. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Back to throw here. Got his man. It's Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 17-0 our score after 1.
You ready? I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Wilson's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
We got this.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
So this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 2nd and 9. Brees out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Tahir Whitehead in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, second quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Brees. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tahir Whitehead. in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, here's the run with Martin. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And a completion to Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Martin. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taken in at the 22. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martin, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And
the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the ground, this is Kamara. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills. And we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ryan Grant there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw again on second down. Breeze. He gets it to Matthews. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. To hear Whitehead in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again. To hear Whitehead in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against the defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the Oakland Raiders are on top of the football world. They will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I'ma pesos. Hit your sauce, I'm...
The Super Bowl's over. The season is coming to a close. But before we usher you into the offseason, it's time for another edition of Believe It or Not.
Yeah!
Hey!
Let's go.
Guys,
Yeah.
the first time ever a rookie quarterback started and won the Super Bowl. Schrager, believe it or not, this kid is a legit franchise quarterback.
I hate to be dismissive of you or the segment, Kate. Of course, yes, he just won a Super Bowl as a rookie. I think he's not only the franchise quarterback for now, but we're talking 10, 15 years. It was unbelievable what he just did.
Kyle?
I had some doubts back in April. It's a really good look for me right now. But yeah, I mean, the guy's incredible. They struck gold in the draft. They found their franchise guy, Nate. This is it.
100%. We saw this dude go from college backup to NFL elite in one season. Listen, if his rookie season is any indication of what things are to come, oh yeah, it's going to get even better.
Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.